After 146 days away, we are back. North Carolina FC is back. USL Championship is back as Birmingham Legion FC is in town. As we are proud to tell you, Continental Tire is bringing you today's USL Championship game right here at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, North Carolina. Hello, everybody. I'm Dean Linke, joined by the legend that is Ponce de Leon, longtime face of the team, Austin DeLuz. First off, let me say that we wish all of you well. We hope you're doing okay, and we salute the great medical staff. And Austin DeLuz, let me say to you, it is so good to see you even way over there.
Yeah, it's good to be back, right? It's been a while, but excited to be back at WakeMed Soccer Park, and I think we're in for a good game tonight.
Unprecedented times. We've got to make a statement. Black lives do matter.
Yeah, important to just keep that conversation going any opportunity we get. So I know you've been doing that as well with your podcast. I'm going to keep doing it here tonight, and I'm sure we'll get into it more, but that's what it's all about.
One player to watch, Dre Fortune, was outstanding against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Dre was he was good in Tampa against a difficult situation, a good team, but he stepped up in that second half, and he's going to need to step up for the rest of the season. I think he's going to be responsible for a lot of playmaking this year. Especially tonight without Nazmi Al-Badawi. So looking for big things from Dre.
Your Wake Forest all-time assists leader, Birmingham Legion, has a special demon deacon as well.
They do, yes. Bruno Lapa, the Brazilian, go Deeks. But he's been very, very good in these first 3 games of his rookie year. So looking for more of the same tonight. He's a true number 10. He's a playmaker. He likes to score. He likes to assist. So keep an eye on him tonight. Absolutely.
Those are your Aetna players to watch. And let's go to the Bojangles starting lineup first for the visitors from Birmingham.
Yeah, we're looking at Birmingham here, and they've got 4 central midfielders across that line, so we're not really sure how this is going to look. But we do know that Boluak Nyode, who's with North Carolina FC a few years back, is going to be in the middle of the park. He's going to be battling with Dre Fortune. They're good friends, but when it comes to the field, they're going to be talking. They're going to be getting into each other, so that's going to be fun to watch.
Let's take a look at the Bojangles starting lineup for North Carolina FC. No Nazmi Al-Badawi.
Yeah, no Nazmi Al-Badawi like we said, but Dre Fortune in there in the middle with Haji Berry and Wellington Pekka. Good to have Manny Perez and Stephen Miller back healthy after missing the first game against Tampa as well. And Akeem Ward comes in to replace Caleb Duvernay at the left back spot. He's a guy that loves to get forward as well. So a lot of attacking talent on the field for North Carolina FC. They're going to need it against a good Birmingham team.
North Carolina FC, Birmingham Legion FC. We are back. Manny Perez is back. We're so glad you're back with us. USL Championship on ESPN Plus and WRAL2. We'll have the kickoff and the lineups when we return.
Home is meant to be our safe place, but heart attacks and strokes don't stay home. Don't avoid the ER out of anxiety. Don't die of doubt. Don't stay silent, and don't stay home. If you have an emergency, call 911. When seconds count, the hospital is the safest place to be.
COVID-19 is a severe lung infection. Trust the American Lung Association for science-based public health information, especially for the 36 million Americans who live with lung disease. We have resources to protect your lung health, access expertise from medical professionals, and peer-to-peer support through our online communities. Visit lung.org for daily updates.
Matchsticks, matchbox, matching tie to matching socks. You don't know why, but you're really special to match point, match game. You and I are not the same, but I can tell that you're really special to me. There's something I can give to make you laugh, to help you live. We're the perfect match, and you're really special to me. We're the perfect match, and you're really special to me.
The United Soccer League, all 35 championship clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Please join us for a 15-second moment of silence as we are all united against racism. And we get you set for North Carolina FC and Birmingham Legion FC, presented by Continental Tire.
Please join us for a 15-second moment of silence as we are all united against racism.
Indeed is all you can say right there, Austin Deleuze, as together we will make a difference, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like we said at the top, it's important to just keep that conversation going. Don't let the attention come off of it. So any chance that we get to keep the conversation rolling and keep that progress going forward, we're going to take it.
So glad to be with you here locally in the Triangle on WRAL2 and globally on ESPN+. Alongside Austin Deleuze, I'm Dean Linke. We're underway. North Carolina FC in their home blues, Birmingham Legion FC in their visiting whites. This game is huge, as we talked about in the pregame show. If Birmingham Legion gets 3 points, the difference will be 9. And Austin Deleuze, remind everybody that just 2 of the 4 teams get out of this pod to advance to the postseason.
Yeah, it's an interesting group setup. So we're in Group G here with North Carolina FC, Birmingham, Memphis, and Charlotte. And like we've said, Birmingham's gotten off to a really good start. So yeah, we don't, North Carolina FC is not going to want to see that separation continue to grow here earlier in the season. It's going to get harder and harder to catch up. So yeah, looking for 3 points tonight. It's not going to be easy.
One change that we've already seen, Bolu Akinyoti, part of the reason why the lips were sealed, because they know we love Bolu. He played here. He's at center back.
Yeah, of course. The one thing we focused on in the pregame is incorrect, right? We said Bolu was going to be in the middle of the park there battling Dre Fortune. I'm sure we'll still see plenty of them battling each other tonight, but yeah, he's in that center back spot next to Alex Cronale. So that'll be interesting to watch. I'm not sure that Bolu's totally familiar with the center back spot. Obviously, traditionally a center midfielder, so that's something to keep an eye on. Absolutely.
A lot of new players, as Donovan, the superstar from NC State, came up through the NCFC youth program, but it's really nice to have him back as well.
Yeah, it's great to see him settling in a little bit. I think it was a tumultuous start to his professional career. He tore his ACL in his MLS debut, which obviously an incredibly difficult thing to deal with so early in your career. So it's been awesome to have him back here. It's home for him. I know he's comfortable, and good to see him settling in. And he played quite well against Tampa. So I hope he just keeps that going.
Alex Cronale, I called a lot of big games for him for the Maryland Terrapins. And Eli Cronale will be on the bench. The Cronale brothers, they're out of Ohio, great parents, great family, as we say hello to them and all the great fans of Birmingham Legion. It's good to see Alex Cronale find a place here and then to be able to play with your brother. Are you kidding me? Austin Deleuze, you've got a tight family. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's cool. You don't see it too often, right? And I'm not sure if they've gotten the opportunity to play together in the past too much, but to do it at the professional level is very cool. I'm sure their parents are excited to watch them tonight and excited to watch them going forward. Can't give them too much love if they're Terps, right?
from a Demon Deacon. Here's Stephen Miller. Miller time, good to see him. He's playing at left midfield today. And Wellington Pekka, another new player. You've played against him. Tell us what you like about him wearing that 7 jersey.
Yeah, he's just very, very solid. He's been around in the NASL and USL for a long time, but just really solid in the middle of the park. A good passer. I think Dre is a guy who's really going to benefit from playing with Pekka because he passes so well. He can find you in between those lines. So I know that they're happy to have him for sure.
That was Manny Perez being dangerous already. Manny Perez, affected by COVID-19, did the medical treatment, also did all of the protocol, and now he's been cleared, which all of the protocol for USL, even coming in here today, impeccable, as we give USL and North Carolina FC all kinds of credit. But Manny Perez is the kind of player, if you say he's cleared and everything's good, he's just too dynamic to keep on the bench, right?
Yeah, it seems like a long time ago, the last time we were here, right, against Louisville. But if you remember in that game, he was having an absolute field day on the right wing, and hopefully he can pick right up where he left off, because he is just so dynamic, like you said. He can create so many opportunities for this team.
Birmingham Legion FC, we do need to remind everybody the last time they were here, they broke the hearts of North Carolina FC fans. The Oak City supporters left here disappointed. A 3-2 playoff victory. Kind of a stunner, really, Austin.
It was, yeah. I mean, particularly heartbreaking for me. It was a career ender. Yeah, it was a strange game. You know, I feel like we were in control for a lot of it, but Birmingham just kind of hung around, and they got that, you know, late goal. I think it was close to the 90th minute. So definitely heartbreaking. I think we expected more of ourselves last season, but at the same time, a great expansion season for Birmingham, right? To get into the playoffs alone is a good accomplishment as an expansion team, but to go and win a game as well is great. And, you know, they went out in the offseason and they identified their weaknesses and tried to correct them, and I think they've come back even stronger this year.
Here's Ward, who was actually playing for Birmingham last year in that game and looked good. That's another big pickup, as we'll get to all of them. Here's another one, Barry, who has scored a few goals on this field as well. Let's talk about Ward and Barry.
Yeah, Ward, like you said, with Birmingham last year, he's a good player. He's, I think, particularly good going forward from that left back spot. I think he's going to look to combine with Steven up this left side all game. Haji's a guy who has been around a little bit as well. He's scored a lot of goals in the USL. He spent some time in MLS as well, but I think he's really excelled at this USL level. Yeah, like I said, scored a lot of goals, and I think that's what, you know, North Carolina FC and Dave Sarakin are going to be looking for from him to combine with Robbie Christo up there. You know, it's a good tandem. Robbie is going to be that target man that Haji looks to run off of. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what he can do here with the team.
Let's take a look at the Continental Tire keys to the game. Dave Sarakin was pretty clear about the importance of starting fast. I like this aggressive-oriented offensive lineup for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, an emphasis that Dave has had, and John Bradford as well, since they got here at the beginning of last season, was just tightening up the defensive side of things, and I think for the most part they've done a really good job of that. And so now I think a little bit more of the focus can become, what are we doing going forward, right? How are we creating chances? So like you said, getting some exciting players on the field to do that is key.
Middle of the park and big saves. Anytime Van Oekel is here, you know he's going to come up with big saves for Birmingham.
Yes, Matt Van Oekel is quite a guy. He's been around the block, played against him many, many times. That one hit off the top of the crossbar there. Not as comfortable as Tambakis might have thought it was going to be.
Yeah, Alex claiming he didn't touch it. We'll see. This one sent in with the left foot. We'll see if Tambakis, yeah, I think he did touch it. I think it may have just come off his fingertips, as Alex Tambakis, such an outstanding goalkeeper. Tom Sohn, the top man for Birmingham Legion FC, like Dave Sarakin, has MLS head coaching experience. Corner kick for Birmingham Legion FC, sent in there, knocked out by Ward. Now here's Manny Perez. Manny Perez can break you down, so dynamic. Great job defensively. As they'll say, it goes off of Birmingham Legion FC. That was Asiedu, Anderson Asiedu, as here's Ward now with the throw-in.
Yeah, those are the types of positions that you want to see Manny Perez in, though, with just space in front of him to run, right, in those counter-attacking situations. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get the touch out in front of him far enough that time, but keep an eye on that as we move forward through this game.
Played forward. Let's take a look at the Select PT Health injury update, and they are big ones. Your captain, and really now that you're gone, the face of the team, Nazmi Abadawi, and then Caleb Duvernay, both out.
Yeah, two big losses. I mean, Nazmi is, like we've said before, the captain and leader of this team, and a huge part of the attack, just playmaking ability. And Caleb was the starting left back in that game against Tampa a couple weeks ago. A really solid defender. So obviously sad to see him out of the lineup as well. But You know, we talked a little bit about the depth of the team, and I think everyone feels comfortable with Akeem stepping into that left back spot. And we've talked a lot about Dre already, but he's going to have to pick up a lot of the slack when it comes to Nazmi being out of the lineup as well.
There is Nazmi Abadawi on the select PT health injury card and doesn't want to be there long, so hopefully he, like you said, he will be back. Cristo, who scored the equalizer against Tampa Bay. And I'm going to remind you, Austin Deleuze, when we had that Louisville game, of course, Heartbreak City against Louisville, but it's about Robbie Cristo, the super sub a year ago, becoming the super starter this year.
Yeah, I think he's excited about the role that he's worked his way into here, but he's a goal scorer. You know, we saw it last year. Every time he came off the bench, he was dangerous. He's, you know, his goals to minutes ratio has got to be about as high as it gets last year, but off to a good start this year as well. Obviously, a good goal last game against Tampa. But yeah, just so dangerous when it comes to getting service into the box. He's just really, really difficult to handle, and for a big man, he's got good feet. I hope he doesn't hear that, because I don't want his head to get too big. But
11 minutes in. Dean Linke and Austin Deleuze delighted to be with you. All of the safety protocol in place to bring you this game. Birmingham Legion FC going to try to switch it. They do. Far side. Dean will head it back to the middle of the park. This will fall to the feet of Bruno Lapa. Spinning now in a good spin. Sent all the way across, and tracking it down on the far side is former North Carolina Tar Heel Mikey Lopez. Manny Perez has it taken away. Nico Brett. A lot of goals last year for Pittsburgh. Tremendous pickup.
yeah, he's dangerous player. He did a lot of damage against us in the last few years. But yeah, 17 goals, I think, for the Riverhounds last year. 4 of them against this Birmingham team in the playoffs. Maybe that has something to do with why they went out and got him in the offseason.
There's Dave Sarakin, former U.S. national team top man. He's won a lot of games as a head coach, a lot of games as an assistant coach, longtime sidekick to Bruce Arena. Of course, replaced Bruce Arena when he left his post as the top man for the U.S. national team. And Dave deserves a lot of credit for holding that team together before the hiring of Mr. Berhalter.
Yeah, I think just a really difficult situation, right? After missing the World Cup, I think the team was under more scrutiny than they've ever been under before. But like you said, Dave did a good job of holding it together, and I think he also did a really good job of bringing in new players and giving people opportunities in that year. I think a lot of people got their first caps and got their first taste of the national team under him. So not an easy job by any means, but I think he did it well.
Dre Fortune, watch him trip his old buddy here, Bolu Akinyoti.
Yep.
Just got a warning there, but he had also tripped a player earlier, so next one will probably be a little color for Dre Fortune.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we talked a little bit about it before the game, but Dre and Bolu are very close friends, but they are quite competitive on the field. I'm sure there's a lot of smack talk going on, and with no fans here, we might be hearing more of it than we should.
Here's Robbie Cristo. Doesn't take much, but Matt Van Oko, man, he gets so big. He's right at the top of the 6, and even there, he is massive.
Yeah, he's such a presence in goal. Been so consistent over so many years. Good stuff from North Carolina FC so far, though. I think it's been a good start. They've been moving the ball really well, gotten a couple half chances.
I want to tell you, don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for North Carolina FC and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on North Carolina FC's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your favorite club. Whistle against Birmingham, and it'll stay with North Carolina FC. DJ Taylor, I think arguably he's as good as any right back in this league.
Yeah, he's excellent. And for somebody so young, he's already got so many pro games under his belt. He's just going to keep getting better, I think. And you can see already in this game what he's looking to do is come inside and get on the ball more. I think that's what kind of separates him from a lot of other right backs is his quality on the ball and his quality going forward.
Ward touches it over to Pekka, who finds DJ Taylor, who we were just talking about. Here's Donovan. Donovan had the chance to break into the lineup because Alex Kamsia, also COVID-19 protocol, could not travel to Tampa. Here's the crossover by Taylor, who's pushing forward. Crystal can't get to it, and it's cleared by Birmingham Legion FC. Pekka rips it back, and Pekka also whistled and has a little conversation with the referee as the former Demon Deacon, Mr. Bruno, is down.
Yeah, two Brazilians there going at each other. You can see, and this is a little bit of a taste of what Pekka's all about, right? Birmingham's looking to go out on the counter, but Pekka's there to clean things up, break up the play. It may have been a foul, but still effective in keeping Birmingham from breaking out.
Make no mistake, they've got a good one there, not just because he's from Wake Forest, but here's a guy, two-time All-American, didn't get drafted, really not sure why, although he is an international, but he's already getting done, leading the team with 3 goals in just 3 games.
Yeah, really unique situation. I'm not sure, you know, I don't have the official stats in front of me, but I would be surprised if there was another 2-time first-team All-American that then went undrafted. Maybe somebody can shout us out on Twitter and confirm whether or not that's true, but a unique situation and a difficult situation for him. I know that he was, you know, obviously not happy to go undrafted, but he believes in himself. He works very, very hard, and he came into Birmingham on trial. He believed in himself. He believed in his ability to earn a contract, and he did that, and obviously he's been excelling since then. You know, 3 goals, 2 assists in his first 3 games is an incredible start to his professional career.
Ooh, that was dangerous there as Tambakis finds Pekka. Pekka's going to drop into that pocket. He's going to be the guy they're looking for to build it out of the back. And as you said, Austin DeLue's a great passer, as now Donovan is on it, and he'll find Pekka. So Pekka.
Yeah. You mentioned that it looked a little bit dangerous, but I actually like that from North Carolina FC, the confidence to build out in those spaces that may seem dangerous, but that's what Pekka brings, is that ability in those tight spaces to make passes and break lines.
Here's Manny Perez coming inside. Perez just looks like a gazelle out there. Here's Stephen Miller. Barry and Perez not on the same page that time, Austin.
Yeah, you say gazelle. I always called him like a baby giraffe.
Here comes Wright, and here comes Birmingham Legion FC. Spinning, turning, and Tambakis is there. Excellent job by Brian Wright, spinning not 1 but 2 North Carolina FC defenders.
Yeah, and that's Brian Wright. That's not a situation you want to get into with Brian Wright, is those 1v1 situations in space, because he is quite dynamic. Not able to finish there. Alex Tambakis did a good job of being ready to come off his line and clean things up.
Cristo over to Manny Perez. Manny Perez, couple step overs. Now Cristo stays with it on his right foot. Cannot get any mustard on that cross, and taken back by Birmingham Legion FC. By the way, a very good team that I think got better by some of their moves. I talked to Stephen Miller yesterday, and he's like, we've got mad respect for this team. Make no mistake about it. We know we are playing a good team. Now, don't forget, last year we couldn't beat them, so that's part of the reason, but they're playing just as good this year.
Yeah, I mean, like we've said, they're off to a really, really strong start. And they went out this offseason. They found pieces to make them better, pieces to make sure that they improved. Yeah, I mean, last year we played them 3 times and didn't have any success. You know, we lost twice, tied once, and like we talked about, they ended our season. So it's always been a difficult matchup, and it hasn't gotten any easier with the pieces that they've added.
Dre Fortune. Here's Sam Brotherton, New Zealand international, former Wisconsin Badger. Ward with the cross, looking for a blue jersey. Manny Perez looked like he was dialing it up maybe just a little bit too early, and then had to recoil.
Yeah, I think he had a little bit more time than he thought he did there. But that's what we talked about with Akeem Ward, his ability to get forward and get involved in that attack. That was really good play there from Sam Brotherton to find Stephen Miller on the outside, and Akeem Ward's making that run inside. But yeah, I think Manny had some more time to try to get that one on frame than he thought he did.
Here's Stephen Miller. Did not play a ton against Tampa because of a groin issue, but told me yesterday that he's feeling good. He's also feeling safe. He's one of the older players, and he told me that he feels like all of the protocol so far has been outstanding as you break down this replay here, Austin.
Yeah, so here's Akeem with a good service into that back post, and look at all the time and space that Manny Perez has, and he just can't get that one on frame, unfortunately. That's a dream ball for a player to have that bouncing up in front of you to get a volley like that, and he's going to be upset with himself, I'm sure.
This is a Jasmine and Olives corner kick. All of the corner kicks brought to you by Jasmine and Olives. Outstanding corporate partners staying on board with North Carolina FC and the North Carolina Courage. Here's Pekka. Taken away by Birmingham Legion FC. Dean, who leads the Birmingham team with 3 assists, switched the point of attack nicely there. That looked like, with the opposite foot, an Austin DeLue's service right there.
I've got a right foot as well. You know that.
I do know that. I've seen you score some nice goals with that right foot. 21 minutes in. Still no score. North Carolina FC, Birmingham Legion FC. Deflected there by Dre Fortune, but Matt Van Okel was ready for it.
This is a little bit better from Birmingham here, getting settled in and moving the ball. They haven't seen much of it in these first 20 minutes, but this is what they're going to want to do, settle into a rhythm, try to break North Carolina FC down.
Mikey Lopez lurking forward. Good attacking quality, and a foul there against Lopez.
Yeah, Mikey's a good player. He's like a Swiss Army knife. You can put him anywhere, he'll be okay. You know, traditionally a center midfielder. He played a lot of right back last year, and now he's over at left back. Just gets the job done.
Ward, a little pressure there from Dean. Now back to Donovan. Stephen Miller telling me Donovan's got a really good voice back there. You can hear him. He's a good leader. You want that in a center back, right?
Yes, definitely. He's very mature. Even though he's a young player, he's always been mature.
Dre has it ripped away. Dangerous here. Good rip coming in there by Asiedo. Anderson Asiedo ripped it away from Dre Fortune and almost scored for Tom Sohn and Birmingham Legion.
Yeah, and that's the other side of the coin, right? When you get too comfortable playing out of the back. And that one wasn't far off from Brett, but again, trying to play out of the back and having the confidence to do that, you've got to keep things tight. Got a little bit too casual there.
The USL's elite professional platform, USL Academy, allows clubs across the USL to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing top local youth soccer talent together. As this played over to DJ Taylor. Now Cristo back to Taylor, and just a little bit too high. It was not touched, so it'll come back. How about that give and go? Let's take a look at that, and we'll get back to more about the USL Academy.
Yeah, we said it earlier. DJ is going to look to be a playmaker from that right back spot, and that whole sequence started in North Carolina FC's own half, and DJ just combining all the way up the field. Can't find the finish, but really, really good play up that right side.
Follow the success of the first Academy Cup events. Clubs can now apply to participate in the USL Academy League kicking off in spring 2021. For more information, visit USL-Academy.com or search hashtag USL Academy on social media. Miller, Fortune, Cristo calling for it. Cristo taking a look, drops it, dials it up for Barry. Put it on a little bit of a platter right there. Barry took a crank, but a little bit too high.
Yeah, again, good play, good combination play from North Carolina FC. It feels like they're knocking on the door here a little bit. We'll see this again. There's Dre finding Robbie Christo. Robbie Christo laying it off for Haji Berry. And like you said, he let it fly. That wasn't far off either.
It wasn't, and I think if you're Berry, you do want to take that shot. However, there was a North Carolina FC on his right that was already inside the 18. That one more touch might have had even a closer look, Austin Deleuze.
Yeah, always a possibility, but I don't mind the shot from Haji Berry. You know, he's a striker. He's going to look to score goals.
Pekka thought he was fouled and said it'll stay with Asiedu and Birmingham Legion FC. "25 minutes in, I know it's 0-0, but look, they're just working their way back. At least for North Carolina FC, they've only played one game. This is a pretty entertaining game so far."
Yeah, it's been a good game. Really good stuff, I think, from North Carolina FC in these first 25 minutes. It's been an interesting, you know, the circumstances are strange, obviously, from a broader point of view, but even in these first couple of weeks to have, you know, you wait 5 months to come back to play, you get the game in against Tampa, and then you've got to wait another 2 weeks before you play again. It's just the schedule has been strange, and I'm sure Dave has been pulling his hair out a little bit trying to deal with it, but the guys look good so far.
Ward comes in hard, and they'll say off of Ward. Rolling around there is Brett.
You think Dave might think Brett's selling that one a little bit? Let's see here. Yeah, Akeem might have gotten away with one there. That's about as clear of a studs up as it gets. I don't know if he really caught Brett that hard, but anytime you put your studs up, you're putting yourself in danger.
So the referee wants to talk to Pekka. Long throw in, won by Miller. Trying to find Berry. Good little touch there by Kobayashi. He's been around a little bit too, right?
Yeah, Daigo Kobayashi's he's been playing for quite a while. Spent a lot of time in MLS in New England and Vancouver, and he's been here in Birmingham for the last couple of years. Just a really solid center midfielder, a leader, a guy who's been around and knows what it's all about. Very clean player, technical.
So it looks like they've given Brett quite a bit of freedom, but at least for now, he's been far away from the goal, which is a good thing because he gets around the goal. That guy can finish.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier, but 17 goals last year, that's big time. And again, those 4 goals against Birmingham in the playoffs last year, I'm sure Jay Heaps, who's the president and general manager of Birmingham, came away from that game and said, all right, if he's going to put 4 goals on us, we got to go get him. And that's what he did.
Here's Ward. Over to Miller. Miller on his right foot. Looking to get it back. It's Ward. Ward and Miller collide. Ward has been good. Berry cranked one earlier. This one deflected off of Asiedo. Jay Heaps, of course, ties to the area. The former Duke Blue Devil. Am I allowed to say Duke Blue Devil in front of you, Austin?
Yeah, that's all right. I always fared pretty well against them.
Throw in. Jay Heaps, what a player, what a coach as well, and now running the club. He's had a good career.
Yeah, decent basketball player too, right?
Yeah, indeed. Got some hops. Van Okel. Donovan will head it back to Alex Tambakis, who is a father. This has been tough for him as well, right? Dealing with COVID-19 and his wife and infant not able to be over here. A lot of Zooms, right? A lot of FaceTime.
Yeah, I know it's been difficult for him. It's been difficult for everyone, but dealing with it when you've got a family that's not close to you, it's got to be even harder. So I feel for him, but I know the guys have been supporting him, and the team has done a good job of supporting all the players.
Manny Perez to DJ Taylor. DJ Taylor, so hard to get him off the ball. Sends it across, looking for Christo. former North Carolina FC player Bolu Akinyoti, who's working his way south, right? He was in Nashville after spending time here and now is in Birmingham, and the whistle yellow card, I believe, to Donovan, right?
Yeah, again, Brian Wright getting that touch beyond Connor Donovan, and Connor just a little bit in no man's land. We'll see it here again. The ball comes in and Brian Wright kind of flicks it around him. He's definitely selling it, but that's what you expect forwards to do, is, you know, to try to get as much as they can out of these types of situations.
So that's going to lead to a free kick. All free kicks are presented by Alpaca Peruvian Charco Chicken. Alpaca should be here right now. I could use a little alpaca chicken. That stuff is good.
Yeah, I might get some on the way home. I'm there at least once a week.
30 minutes in. Cristo, good job defending. Ooh, Cristo took a look, but Van Oko was already back. I like the fact that he looked up. He was thinking about bombing one right there.
Yeah, I think ultimately that's going to be really disappointing from Robbie, though, when he looks back at it.
Lapot back up here by Ward. Ward. He's been clean at left back.
Yeah, he's been good. A good start from him in his first start.
Manny Perez, little move, cross, trying to find Miller. And Bolu Akinyoti says no. Get used to hearing me get excited when Manny Perez is doing his thing, Austin Deleuze.
Yeah, he's working his way back into it. We're 30 minutes in, and that's probably the first time he's gotten isolated 1v1 on the outside, and you can see what he's capable of when he does get in those positions.
With the Continental Tire LED board up, I can tell you that now through August 31st, Continental Tire is offering up to a $100 Visa prepaid card for every 4 qualifying light truck, SUV, or crossover tires purchased at your local dealer. Visit continentaltire.com for full details. Cronali. Little nifty pass, middle of the park by Bruno. What did Bobby Muse have to say about number 8?
He loves him. Yeah, he loves him. He you know, I asked him where Bruno's head was at coming out of that draft, and he said he was obviously upset, but he just never stopped believing in himself. You know, he had opportunities to go to lower, you know, USL League One teams and stuff like that, but he just believed in himself. He wanted to take the chance and go on trial at Birmingham. He felt like he was good enough to play at this level, and obviously he was right. But yeah, Bobby just had nothing but good things to say about him.
32 minutes in, still no score. North Carolina FC, Birmingham Legion FC. This game presented to you by Continental Tire as it comes back to Bolu Akinyoti. North Carolina FC looking for their first win on this young season. How big was it to come back from a 2-0 deficit down in Tampa, 2 goals to get a point?
Yeah, it was huge. I think, you know, early in that game, when they go down 2 goals on the road against a very good Tampa team, you start to think, oh no, this one might turn ugly, but the response.
Miller is taken down right there. Bolu Akinyoti is there. That was the last line, and we'll see what color it is. It's a red card for Bolu Akinyoti, who is gone. He gets twisted up there with Stephen Miller, in Heartbreak City for this young man, who's a great young man, by the way.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, let's get another look at this. So Stephen Miller gets sprung. Good first touch around Bolu. Man, that's a difficult one. See here from the other angle. Again, when you are in those situations, you just have to be extra cautious because you know the attackers are looking for anything to take advantage of, and he extends his arm. Steven goes down. I think that's harsh. At the end of the day, I think that's harsh. I think I would go with yellow there, but I understand. You know, he's the last man. But that changes the game for sure. to play for what's going to be around 60 more minutes, a man down in this heat is going to be really difficult.
Tom Sohn, it was pretty crystal clear what he just said. He said, you blew that one bad. He didn't have any swear words in there, just stated how he's feeling without cussing about it, and he may be right.
Yeah, I do think it's harsh.
So now we've got another Alpaca free kick. All the free kicks again presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken, and over it is Dre Fortune and Cristo. Cristo's going to tap it. Plan play, Dre Fortune, and Fortune has it deflected, and it'll be a corner kick. Reminding you that all corner kicks are presented by Jasmine and Olives. And taking it now is Dre Fortune. Fortune ready. North Carolina FC will play with a man advantage, and Cristo sends it into the empty stands. No fans allowed because of COVID protocol, and with that, we'll have a hydration break. So now the referee is going to hear it for the rest of the game, I think, after that red card to Bolo Akinyoti.
Yeah, again, I do think it was harsh. I understand why Birmingham's frustrated with that call. And I've seen the color red from this referee as well, so he's not shy about giving them out.
There's a good little nugget right there.
Yeah, he does always seem to be in the middle of it. Yeah, we get another look at it here, and I just don't know if there's much in it, you know. And it's on the big screen here. We can see the Birmingham players are watching it. And yeah, it's harsh. It's harsh.
So now Tom Sohn will probably move some players around. He may even go to his bench to figure out what he's going to do. He does have the big man, Alex Cronale, who is a giant back there.
Yeah, it's interesting because, you know, Bolu is starting at center back because Cromwell is out injured, who's the usual starting center back, so you got to wonder, where does he go from here?
I wonder if he'll try to play with just 3 in the back, or if he'll add somebody back there centrally with Alex Cronale. Tom Sohn making an adjustment. Roof. There's the man who drew the red card from his former teammate, Stephen Miller. And definitely, you know, part of the game is selling it, right? He cut back and with a little bit of contact, lunged, went down, and he sold it as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, like I said, attackers are always looking for those opportunities. But I think the referee there has got to do a little bit better job of just reading the situation, and no problem with calling the foul. I think, you know, there was contact and Steven did go down, but for it to be a straight red, he was still a long way from goal, and he was, you know, the touch was a little bit out in front of him.
This portion of the game is brought to you by Aetna. Aetna is a CVS health company. Together they are transforming the healthcare experience. They provide nearly 47 million people with innovative benefit options to help them or their path to better health. To learn more, go to Aetna.com. Dave Sarakin, the top man, giving that to his left back, Ward. And now we focused on Tom Sohn because obviously the Birmingham Legion FC team was still upset with the referee, but what about Dave Sarakin with the man advantage? What do you think he'll do?
Well, I think he's going to be happy about it, first of all. Yeah, I think now it just becomes, how do we go get the 3 points, right? I mean, they've been playing well up to this point, and he's going to want them to go and push even harder, run at them even harder in situations like this.
DJ Taylor turns and falls! And striking it was Fortune. It was deflected.
That's a big-time block
by Asieldo.
That is a big-time block from Asiedu right there. We'll see it again. The ball falls to Dre inside the box, and another dream ball just bouncing up for him.
So Asiadu with that big block. There's Van Okel with the big paw. It'll be another corner kick for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, I know Dave would love to see his team get one before half now. Go into halftime with a little bit more momentum. Start to take the game over even more than they have.
40 minutes in. Driven in by Fortune. Over the head of Donovan, so Crystal's going to run it down. Crystal. Pekka, good communication from Pekka. And now North Carolina FC will reset. Again, playing with the man advantage. Red card to former North Carolina FC midfielder Bolu Akinyodi, who is starting at center back. And another foul. This one caught against Brett.
Yeah, definitely a foul there from Brett. Another opportunity for North Carolina FC to put the ball in the box. Always looking for Robbie Christo on these set-piece opportunities, but obviously Connor Donovan, Sam Brotherton, Haji Berry are targets as well.
Dre Fortune, good ball in. Headed out of there by Cronali. It'll fall to Pekka. Pekka will bring it all the way back to Timbakis. You got to figure North Carolina FC will have a lot of the possession with the man advantage. Miller going to try to run it down, can't do it. It'll come back to Birmingham Legion FC, who you also have to figure now, Austin Deleuze, they're going to take their time. They're going to try to leak their way into halftime here, right?
Yeah, I think with that red card, you automatically go into sort of stalling mode. We're going to see a lot of time wasting. You're going to take their time getting every set piece, every throw in, all that stuff. We've seen Roof here move into the center back spot that Bolu was in, and be interesting to see if it stays that way on the other side of halftime or if Thompson continues to make adjustments.
Turnover from Fortune. And now Birmingham Legion FC will try to counter. Playing down a man. Here comes Mikey Lopez. He's going to be into the 18. Tap back over Mikey Lopez. Tried to loft one, a little bit cheeky there, and it'll come back to North Carolina FC. One little mistake like that on the wrong part of the field, Birmingham Legion will make you pay.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to be looking for the rest of this game. They're gonna live off of North Carolina FC mistakes. A bad turnover there from Dre Fortune in the middle of the field, and they were off and running. They're going to be looking for those mistakes, looking to counter.
Connor Donovan. Manny Perez and DJ Taylor. Overlapping run coming from Perez. Perez wanted it, sent into Cristo. Taylor, Miller brings it down. Knocks it over to Manny Perez. Perez, for those long legs, keeps possession. Here's Taylor. Taylor back to Pekka. North Carolina FC knocking at the door, looking for Cristo. Cristo got his foot stuck in there. Extra effort. One back by Ward. Clean again by Ward. Over to Fortune. Fortune back to Ward. Ward. Great job on the shield there by Dean. Phenomenal defense from Dean, but one back there by Brotherton. Ward looking more like a center forward at the moment. Taken down, doesn't get the whistle. Cleaned up by Brotherton. Brotherton, he'll bomb it from here if you give him a chance. With his left foot, he strikes it.
Love that from Sam Brotherton. He steps in, wins a great tackle. Lets one fly. He doesn't get to see those chances too often.
43rd minute. We'll have a little extra time because of that hydration break and the red card. Van Okel bombs it long. One by Brotherton with a little, did you hear it? I heard it.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle, right, with Brian Wright up there between him and Sam Brotherton.
Manny Perez. Manny Perez working on Lopez, trying to stay with it. Got to give Lopez some credit right there.
Yeah, Mikey's a tenacious defender, no matter where he is on the field, really, even when he's in the middle of the park.
Ward tracks all the way back. Nico Brett with a headlock right there on Ward. And that'll be a card. And keep in mind, Brett had been chit-chatty after the red card as well. In fact, I was worried that he even got a yellow as part of the chit-chat. He was begging for a yellow earlier, and then he earned it right there with that headlock.
Yeah, a little extracurricular after the ball's away. You can see him chasing it down here. Akeem Ward gets there first and plays it back to Tambakis and Nico Brett. That's just frustration. You know, like you said, frustration from the red card, from the way the game's been going. The one thing they can't afford is another red card, right?
That would make it wide open. I mean, to be fair, and I think even Birmingham Legion FC would admit, 11v11, North Carolina FC had a slight edge, although don't forget there was a couple turnovers and Birmingham Legion FC almost scored, so it wasn't like they were empty. They definitely were showing their qualities and why they're at the top of this 4-team quad. But now, you're right, with a one-player advantage, you can see it's heavy now, North Carolina FC. Barry, Miller, Ward, Barry. Barry's in. And it's going to be tough no matter what, though, to get it by Matt Van Oekel, so you got to get him on frame to at least have a chance.
Yeah, he picks the ball up in a really good spot and turns well, but his next touch just took him a little bit too wide. It's on his left foot, and he can't bring it back on frame.
So we've got 3 minutes of added time as this portion of the game is brought to you by our good friends from Citrix, another great sponsor, as we salute Kyle Prairie and the great sponsorship team with North Carolina FC and all the incredible corporate partners that have stepped up during these unprecedented times. Really impressive, both with both teams, the North Carolina Courage and North Carolina FC Austin.
Yeah, it's like you said, unprecedented times, and they've had to do a lot of extra work picking up the slack around here. And obviously, the Courage just got back from Utah, successful trip out there for the league. I know the Courage came home a little bit earlier than they would have wanted to. But yeah, great job from everyone so far to just keep this thing going.
Birmingham Legion FC, good ball sent in. Brett touches it back. Kobayashi had that first ball sent in and then that extra pass there. That'll go off of Pekka. It'll be a throw in. Again, Birmingham Legion FC playing down a man, but this is yet another opportunity where they're in their offensive third.
Yeah, and again, they're taking their time, right? Every opportunity they have to run that clock.
Dean with the throw in, and now we'll have another Jasmine and Olive's corner kick, this time this one for Birmingham Legion FC. We're in extra time here of the first half. Kobayashi, good ball in, Tambakis, and whistle called against Birmingham Legion FC and the big man up top, Brian Wright. All things considered, if you're Birmingham Legion FC, the way you settled yourself down after that red card has been pretty impressive.
Yeah, they're going to be happy, I think, going into halftime at 0-0.
Barry, now over to Miller. Miller, little touch, Fortune, it'll fall to Ward. Ward, deflected. Siadu, working hard. Gets stuck in. It'll come back to Donovan. Miller. Miller again, Fortune back. Cristo. It'll fall to Barry. Barry looking for options. Miller shoots from distance, and it's just not there. And with that, the whistle. Quick thought on the first 45, including the red card.
Yeah, I think it was a good first half for North Carolina FC. The red card obviously changes the game quite a bit, and you can see the Birmingham players are still not happy about that one. But yeah, Birmingham will be satisfied as well with the 0-0 going into halftime, all things considered. But a good game so far. I think we've seen some good play from both teams.
All right, it's 0-0 at the half. We're going to step aside and come back with updates from USL Championship. So great to be back with you. North Carolina FC 0, Birmingham Legion FC 0.
We see you, doing your part by looking out for all of us. And though you may have lost sight of your own well-being, Aetna never did. By setting up virtual monitoring for chronic patients, 24-hour telemedicine visits, and mental health resources for everyone, we're always here to help you focus on your health. Because it's always time for care.
In North Carolina, we get up before the sun rises and stay up into the wee hours of the night. We believe in working hard and playing harder. Behind every meal, there's a farmer, and behind every farmer, there's got to be NC, the official state identity program for North Carolina agricultural products. Look for the Got to Be NC logo wherever you shop or eat, and you'll know you're getting a quality product grown, raised, caught, or made in North Carolina.
Baker Roofing was founded in 1950, and for over 100 years, our guiding principle has been always good work. Through the years, we've honed the craftsmanship and artistry it takes to create a roof that looks great and stands the test of time. Our crews bring decades of experience to each project, and we draw on that experience to ensure our work meets or exceeds expectations. At Baker Roofing, we will always do good work.
Continental Tire has been a proud supporter of soccer for more than a decade. We've been there both on and off the field for some of the greatest celebrations. We've watched with you as the game and personalities have gotten bigger. We are proud to continue standing alongside you, supporting the game that gives us all so much. Together, we've shared thousands of incredible goals and celebrations. Here's to many more to come.
Halftime here, presented by Aetna, Wake Soccer Park, Salem Stadium, USL Championship back in play. North Carolina FC, Birmingham Legion FC, zeros at the half. And we welcome you upstairs to the perch, socially distanced. Ponce de Leon, known as Austin Deleuze, Dean Linke with you. And no score, but a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah, a good game so far. The red card obviously is going to be a big talking point from that first half, but really good play, I think, from North Carolina FC in particular, in possession, creating chances. None of them have been great chances so far. And Birmingham has had their share of half chances as well on the counter from North Carolina FC mistakes. So a good game, I think.
If North Carolina FC can get the ball in the second half, is it Cristo that's got to be on the end of it, or will you take any of those attacking players?
I think you'll take any of them, right? I think at this point, when that red card happens, this becomes a must-win game for North Carolina FC. To be up a man for 60 minutes at home, it's a group game. It becomes must-win. So I'd love to see that urgency in the second half, and I think they'll take a goal from anyone at this point.
Now in my 14th season with the club, I'm so proud to be with USL Championship. They do an amazing job in everything they do, including the protocol, making sure they step up with Black Lives Matter, their academy, and their pathway to the championship. Let's take a look at what I'm talking about.
A critical player development strategy within the USL Academy League model is player promotion through each player registration status. Through this process, top young talent will continually be challenged by playing up with older players, and the best players will eventually integrate into the USL senior team environment. Player promotion begins through the talent identification process, where top U15 through U19 players from the youth network will be evaluated under the philosophy that if you're good enough, you're old enough. Once a player excels in the USL Academy League, they will be given the opportunity to integrate into a senior team environment. As they assimilate and meet senior team standards, USL Championship and League One clubs will be able to offer the most talented players professional or amateur contracts with their senior team. This mechanism is especially key, as it provides the players ready to go pro with a direct path to do so. Clubs in League Two will use their senior team to provide their top young talents experience with college-age players during the summer. Players signing amateur contracts at any of these levels are provided the chance to experience the senior team level of play at a young age, while still maintaining their college eligibility. By pushing more top young players across the US into professional environments, the USL will play a key role in improving the overall level of the elite American player, ultimately helping us reach, if not exceed, our potential as a soccer nation at the international level. For more information, visit usl-academy.com.
The United Soccer League and its 47th championship in League One clubs stand united in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can create change. Together, we are united against racism.
Well done, USL. This is the Aetna halftime report. North Carolina FC, Birmingham Legion FC. So great to have USL Championship back in action. And, of course, part of the steps moving forward was putting teams in different groups. And it's going to be important to come out of the group in the top two. And that's what I'm talking about. If Birmingham Legion FC somehow even down a man can get 3 points, that gap would be huge. This game is big for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, it is. It's like I said, it's just become a must-win game with Birmingham going down a man there. And this is going to be a tight group. You know, Charlotte is always a difficult opponent. North Carolina FC has had success against Charlotte for the last few years, but always a tough game. And Memphis is a team that's still trying to find their identity a little bit. But it's a difficult group. And, yeah, like we said, just a must-win game tonight for North Carolina FC, I think.
Let's take a look at some other games going around USL Championship. Memphis and St. Louis. St. Louis led by former World Cup star Steve Tritchu. They look like a pretty good team. Birmingham Legion FC will face Charlotte on August 5th as they'll stay in the area. A couple big games to keep your eye on down the road, and later tonight is Memphis hosting St. Louis FC. That's the USL scoreboard. That's a big game, Memphis and St. Louis as well.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, Memphis hasn't gotten off to a very good start, so they're going to be looking for results. And St. Louis is a good team.
Another good team, Indy 11, led by former Carolina Railhawks head coach Martin Rennie. Indy 11, that goal that Tyler Pasher scored against Pittsburgh, unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a special one. And he's been on fire since the return to play for Indy. They've been one of the best teams in the league now for the last couple of years, and they're really starting to cement their spot at the top of the standings.
Landon Donovan, arguably the greatest to ever wear a U.S. uniform, doing a great job as the coach for San Diego, starting strong in their first year.
Yeah, that's cool to see, right? It's awesome to see an expansion team doing so well, especially in an exciting market like San Diego. Playing at Torero Stadium, you know, former home of USD great Tony DeLuise. So that's awesome to see the Loyal doing so well.
And what about Coach Jaidi, the job he's done with Hartford? They couldn't sniff a win last year. They won their first 3 games of the season this year. It took them 19 games last year to win their 3rd game. Phenomenal job. Want to thank our main man, Brian Ware, for tracking everything important in USL. Those are some solid storylines as well. The Aetna halftime show here at WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium. North Carolina FC 0, Birmingham Legion FC 0. Stay with us, everybody.
Select Physical Therapy is focused on patient safety now more than ever before. Select's centers remain open and offer a safe environment for you to receive physical therapy services. You don't need a doctor's referral to begin care and start feeling better today. Select Physical Therapy also offers telerehab, so you can easily connect with a licensed therapist through web-based technology that is HIPAA compliant, right from the comfort of your home. Visit selectphysicaltherapy.com to schedule an appointment. Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy.
How's it going?
Good. I'm just working on some IRB stuff.
Your office, wherever you are. Let's make working from anywhere work for you.
There's a special place just for kids, where inpatient, outpatient, and children's emergency care comes from people who love what they do, almost as much as who they do it for. WakeMed Children's. Your kids, your choice.
Selling your home often comes at a cost. Many realtors charge commissions of 6%, which seriously cuts into your profits. But with Daymark Realty, part of Coastal Credit Union, you can sell for an unbelievably low commission rate of 4.5%. Plus, professional staging and photography are included. Find out how Daymark and Coastal have saved members millions in fees and offer a better way to bank.
Continental Tire has been a proud supporter of soccer for more than a decade. We've been there both on and off the field for some of the greatest celebrations. We've watched with you as the game and personalities have gotten bigger. We are proud to continue standing alongside you, supporting the game that gives us all so much. Together, we've shared thousands of incredible goals and celebrations. Here's to many more to come.
Welcome back to our Aetna halftime show. North Carolina FC, Birmingham Legion FC, USL Championship action, and we're tied at zeros. Welcome you back upstairs. Dean Linke, my main man, Austin DeLuz. Great to be with you, Austin DeLuz. And we're going to go to work and show you the highlights. Of course, it'll be a red card you'll see in here as well, but let's take a look at the first half highlights.
Yeah, we're going to see the highlights here, and no real clear-cut chances, but a lot of good half chances, a lot of good combination play. Here's Robbie Christo early getting off a distance shot. Not going to beat Matt Van Oekel with an effort like that, but always good to get some shots off early. And here's Birmingham on the counter, and this is Brian Wright showing his pace, getting past Connor Donovan, and just can't get the finish off. Tambakis does a good job of being ready to come off of his line and clean things up.
Good work by DJ Taylor in support as well.
Yeah, and this is good combination play. Stephen Miller finding Akeem Ward, hitting Manny Perez on the back post, and I think he just got a little bit too excited with that one. Doesn't get a hold of it the way he wants to. But that's one of the best opportunities we saw in the first half, and he's going to be disappointed that he wasn't able to get that one on goal. Here's DJ Taylor again, combining around the box, the 1-2 over the bar. And that's a right back's finish right there, Dean. Here we'll see the red card, and that's a good first touch from Stephen Miller. Second touch around Boluak and Yode, and just not enough in it for me for a red card. Completely changes the complexion of the game, but yeah, Bolu's going to be really disappointed to have to exit this one early against his former club. Birmingham not happy, as we saw. But they saw the half out, you know, they did a good job. Here's Sam Brotherton stepping in and letting one fly. I'm sure he enjoyed that as a center back. But again, Matt Van Oekel there to keep it out. Here's Steven again, Akeem combining with Haji Berry in a good spot, but that second touch takes him a little bit too wide. Can't get a shot on goal.
Your highlights brought to you by Got to Be NC Agriculture. As we take a look at our halftime stats, brought to you by Select Pulse Therapy. And 10 shots for North Carolina FC, just 1 for Birmingham Legion.
Yeah, 10 shots for North Carolina FC, but not enough on target, not enough mature chances, and I think that's what they're going to look to create more in this second half, is just really clear-cut chances, finding ways to break down Birmingham, who I'm sure is going to be sitting in, just trying to stay compact, stay organized, down a man. It's going to be a long half for them.
So the second half kick about to begin as we welcome you back to WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium. USL Championship action. It's been 146 days since North Carolina FC open their season against Louisville City FC right here at WakeMed Soccer Park. And the referee not totally ready. He's going to get it back on the circle. And Stephen Miller is going to get it started. And here we go, second half underway. Again, North Carolina FC playing with a man advantage. The red card to former North Carolina FC midfielder Bolo Akinyoti, who started this game at center back. Ironically, we were trying to figure out where Birmingham Legion FC were going to be, and the coaches were being cagey, and I think that was the biggest reason, right? Because our direct question was, who's playing center back?
Yeah, I asked Connor Smith before the game started who was going to be that second center back next to Crognale, and he was very cryptic. Wouldn't give me an answer. I'm not sure if he thinks I was going to text that one down to the North Carolina FC coaching staff, but yeah, it ended up being Bolo Akinyoti, and I think he actually did pretty well in that spot while he was in there, but you know, seeing that red card completely changes things.
You heard me talking earlier about the Crognale brothers and their great parents. Well, Eli Crognale is in for Nico Brett, so now both Crognales are out on the field, both former Maryland Terrapin players, and Eli Crognale will get a look now. Taken away, though, back by Pekka. Pekka's got it. Side of the foot, looking for Stephen Miller. Miller trying to run it down. They'll say off of Miller, and it'll come back to Birmingham Legion FC. Certainly missed the Oak City supporters and the Renegados. The Oak City supporters scattered around. The Renegados, I understand, are gathering in Bowie's Creek watching the game. We say hello to both outstanding fan groups for the club.
Yeah, not quite the same without them here, is it?
No. Chris Rodriguez running up and down crazy and his kids. And it's part of the environment, right?
Yeah, miss all those guys. Miss them all. Ryan Jernigan, Ebony Christmas, Jonathan Duran, Walt Tallman, all of them. Everybody who's been here for years, every game.
Jarrett.
Yep, miss them all tonight. Scott Lunn. I know I'm forgetting so many people, but wish they were here with us.
Here's Lopez. He'll knock it out of bounds. It'll come back to North Carolina FC. Pekka quickly to Brotherton. Brotherton had that shot from distance coming forward, and just like your comment about DJ Taylor at the right back, that was a center back shot from distance.
Well, he got it on goal.
That's right, he did. Sorry, Sam, I apologize. Here's Miller.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm not surprised by that Nico Brett sub, though. We'll see Manny here serve in a ball.
Manny! Good ball, trying to find the target man, Cristo. I do want to hear your thoughts on why Brett went to the bench. Probably the yellow card, right?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it, and I think this half is going to be a lot of defending from Birmingham, and obviously Nico Brett brings a ton going forward, but they're going to need a little bit more defensive help, so not surprised to see him slide out.
Miller over to Pekka. He'll use Taylor. Cristo comes up limping just a bit. Looks like he got clipped. The back of his foot. He'll readjust his shoe as well. During this unprecedented time, Select Physical Therapy is focused on your safety while you heal from an injury or a chronic condition. As an essential component of healthcare, our centers remain open and offer a clean, safe place for you to receive care. Additionally, we now offer so many great things, and you can easily connect with one of our licensed therapists through web-based technology that is HIPAA compliant. To find a location near you or schedule an appointment today, please visit selectphysicaltherapy.com. The NCFC trusts Select Physical Therapy, and so can you. Apaka free kick for Mikey Lopez. Looking for right. One there by Donovan. It goes down to the ground. Siadu over to the big man, Alex Crognale, who looks for his brother, Eli, but can't find him, so he comes forward. dropped over. It'll fall to the ground. Bruno. This is dangerous, and Alex Tambakis will clean it up. They'll quickly go the other way. This counter is on. Good little touch there from Barry, and it'll find Miller. Miller. 5 white jerseys now against 4 blue ones, so they'll bring it back to Barry. It's going to be wide open, Austin Deleuze, for sure.
Yeah, it is. See there, the counter doesn't come off for North Carolina FC there, but as soon as Alex Tambakis had the ball in his hands, we saw Manny streaking down the right side here. We saw Haji Berry and Stephen Miller streaking down the left side. Just couldn't quite figure it out.
Taylor is in. He'll square it in. How about North Carolina FC? Taylor to Dre Fortune, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, great goal there. That's a great start. Great start to the second half from North Carolina FC. We'll see it here. Haji Berry into the middle. Robbie Cristo does a good job of holding it up, and DJ Taylor in that attacking position slides it across to Dre Fortune, and that's a great finish. Keeps it down, puts it on frame. Really solid contact. And Dave Sarkin's going to be really, really happy with his team's start to the second half. Like I said, this became a must-win game as soon as they went up a man, and to show that sense of urgency to start the second half and go get a goal right away is exactly what he's going to be looking for.
How about North Carolina FC, and how about Dre Fortune on our Aetna pregame show on all of the North Carolina FC social media channels? Our Aetna player focus was on Dre Fortune. And Stephen Miller told me, Austin Deleuze, that the development of Dre Fortune from last year to this year, it's like a boy becoming a man. And he said he even looks like a man now out there, and I get what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's something, you know, that's we've known Dre for a long time, right? He's been around the club since he was a kid, and he's taken small steps every year and gotten a little bit better every year, and I think we always knew that the talent was there. And so we've just been looking for him to sort of accept more responsibility as a leader and become more consistent. And we heard from Dave this morning say that he's becoming a more complete player. And we saw it right there. You know, he stepped up when the team needed him, when the team needs a goal. And he's there in the box to put one in the back of the net.
Knocked out of bounds. Birmingham Legion FC now down a man. It's going to get even more wide open if they are looking to try to find a way to equalize. And you know, a Tom Sohn coach team is going to try to figure things out here. This one could get to be quite racy right up and down the field.
Yeah, absolutely. With that goal, things are going to open up because now Birmingham's got to chase the game. And when you're chasing a game down a man, that's going to leave holes on the other side that hopefully North Carolina FC is going to look to exploit as well. I know Dave's going to want to see his guys keep the foot on the gas and go get that second goal and really wrap this game up.
Cronali. Lapa. Had it for a moment. Kept alive. Ward avoids a corner kick. Nice little bike there. And good job by Crystal to put enough pressure on it to win it back.
That's where you miss a crowd, right? When a defender does a bicycle kick, that's one the crowd always loves, isn't it?
Absolutely. Bicycle anywhere is good to go. You know, since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. Fortune, the goal scorer. Pushes it too far ahead there of Ward, making a nice overlapping run. Pretty neat. Taylor on one side, Ward on the other. They kind of mirror each other with their explosiveness and their ability to get forward.
Yeah, I've really liked what I've seen from both of them throughout this game. Taking turns, getting involved in the attack, and staying solid on the defensive side of things as well. Whistle called against North Carolina FC.
Don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for North Carolina FC and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores, plus get reminders on North Carolina FC's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. Van Oekel. Barry. Barry's legs look fresh.
Yeah, he looks good. Good pressing from him there. Birmingham not able to play out of the back the way they wanted to, and resorting to that long ball from Matt Van Oekel.
Little drop, top of the 18. Tambaka's had it. Flag was up anyway, offside.
Good play there from Birmingham, though. Some good combination play. They're still in this. You know, it's nice to see that they haven't put their heads down and gone into a little bit of a shell. They're still looking to get forward, still trying to create chances.
Fortune. He is so clean when the ball drops to him anywhere around the 18. That was a quality finish.
Yeah, it really was. And a good job from DJ Taylor to pick him out. You know, when sometimes when defenders get into those positions, they just try to put the ball into a dangerous spot, right? They're not really looking for any individual, but did a really good job of picking Dre out around the penalty area. And like you said, it's easy to put that one outside of the park, really. You see people sky those, but Dre did a good job of keeping it down and putting it on frame.
Taylor has that one deflected by Bruno Lapa, who's continued to look good here. Good back heel. Cronali will try to square it. Great defensive work. Coming back. Oh my, and Tambakis has to make the save. And all of a sudden, you can see Connor Donovan saying, let's go, North Carolina FC. A little bit sloppy right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's Alex Cronali making a run all the way from center back to create that opportunity. Yeah, North Carolina FC's got to wake up a little bit here. They got the goal they needed, but if they're not careful, they're going to let Birmingham back in this game.
Barry back to Perez. Brotherton, Pekka. Pekka's passing efficiency off the charts.
Yeah, he's kind of been at the heart of everything, getting a lot of these attacks started.
Taylor comes all the way back. Ward will have a show. And stopped there, denied, saved. Ward with the shot.
Yeah, another good service in from DJ, and Akeem Ward. His eyes got big there and gets his shot off, but a good block from, I think it was Roof on Birmingham. Just putting his body on the line.
Quick corner, driven in, knocked out of there by Lopez. Pekka will clean it up. Taylor's got the assist on the goal to Fortune. Manny Perez.
Looks like we're going to see our first sub here pretty soon.
Offside by Miller. Remember, all free kicks presented by Alpaca Peruvian Chicken. I'm so hungry I can't even say it. Austin Deleuze.
You can't say it, but you know that it tastes good.
Lapa fighting there with Donovan. Siadu steps in. Now Wright will touch it out to Dean. I like the fight in this Birmingham Legion FC team. Down a goal, down a man. They're still trying to make something happen here in the second half. They've been dangerous a few times.
Yeah, it's been a great response after the goal. Keeping things interesting for sure.
Marcos Ugarte, who played at Providence with Shaka Daly, then went to Ann Arbor with the Michigan Wolverines under Shaka Daly, is looking to come in as well for Birmingham Legion FC. Handled there by Van Okel. I will say this, you have to finish the way Dre Fortune finished if you want to get one by Van Okel.
Yeah, we said it in the first half, but he's just such a presence. So solid back there. And we haven't really seen him open it up yet this game, but he can absolutely smash the ball. Getting a look here at Ben Spees is ready to come in for NCFC.
Who do you think for?
I was just thinking, I'm guessing it's going to be Manny Perez. You know, Manny's coming back. He hasn't been back in training for too long, so he's still finding his fitness. He's put in a good 60-minute shift here. Definitely not at his best, but we can see a couple moments from him that were good.
Far side, deflected, bouncing around. It'll come back to Stephen Miller. As it rolls out of bounds, a major shout out to the talented CEO of NCFC Youth, I think one of the top CEOs in the game, Gary Butte, who's watching in. He's actually said he would bring us some alpaca chicken if we needed it, so thanks, Gary Butte. You always know how to keep the party going.
How do we take him up on that?
He would try to figure it out. I'll tell you what, those are good people.
I've been hitting alpaca quite a bit in this quarantine. Put on a few LBs.
That's a joke.
And coming out number 7, Brian Wright. Coming in for Wright, number
so there's
14,
Ugarte, who I said called some of his games wearing the maize and blue. And they're also going to bring in Mensah.
Yeah, Rudolph Mensah, a young player, another Ghanaian. Quite a few Ghanaians on this Birmingham team, but only 18 years old.
So Mensah coming into the game.
Yeah, interesting adjustment here with Spees coming in. It was Manny Perez that came out for him, and they've shifted Stephen Miller over to the right side here, and it looks like Haji Berry has slid out to that left side. And Ben has come into the middle of the park to play underneath Robbie Christo.
Dre Fortune. Angled ball to Taylor. Boy, good idea. Those two, you talk about buddies, those two are boys right there.
They are. They're very tight off the field, and they love playing with each other on the field. They have, you know, similar ideas about the game and want to play the same way. That was a good ball from Dre, just inches off.
Pekka, he's been good. Barry, active. Ben Spees into the game now. Was hoping to scoop it over to Miller. One consistent, even with no fans, is the big booming voice of Mark Calloway on the PA, getting game ready.
Got to get those reps in, right?
Yeah. He is a staple here at WakeMed Soccer Park, Salem Stadium.
Who's been here longer, you or Mark?
Me. Brag time. Here's Pekka. Brotherton. Ward. Barry goes near post and out of bounds. Austin, I do have to say that, as you know, I definitely was not happy about your retirement. I wanted you to play until you couldn't walk anymore because you were that great of ambassador, but how you settling into retirement?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, I got to say, I'm not too disappointed to be missing this season. Just with everything that's going on, it seems like it would be incredibly difficult mentally, emotionally, to just stay motivated. I don't know how these guys are doing it, but yeah, it's been good. My wife is very happy that I've been home quite a bit more, and obviously with the little one on the way, that changes things as well. So it's been good. It's been good so far.
This one sent across. Bruno Lapa. 3 goals already on this young season. Rookie out of Austin DeLue's alma mater. Little tussle over there near the corner. It'll stay with the visitors from Birmingham.
Yeah, 2 goals in his debut against Memphis. Not a bad way to start your professional career with 2 goals against Tim Howard, right?
That'll work. You'll never forget that. Excellent point. Excellent point. Major props to Steve Malik, the owner, and Kurt Johnson, the president and general manager, for all of their efforts to make this happen as well and keep pro soccer rolling in the Triangle. I think a great market, and they're continuing to talk about a stadium downtown. I think it's going to happen. I believe. Sent in, smoked out of there by Crystal, doing the job defensively. Birmingham Legion will reset. A little bit too long, and it'll come back to Tambakis. But I think that stadium is going to happen someday, AD.
I hope so. I would love to see it. You know, I'd love to be just a fan. To have that happen here in Raleigh would be amazing. But I think those guys probably right now are just taking things one day at a time with everything going on. Like you said, they've done a great job of making this return to play happen, trying to keep everybody safe.
'68th minute. DJ Taylor to Dre Fortune. The only goal of the game, a game that also featured an unfortunate red card for former North Carolina FC midfielder and a really good guy, Oluwakin Yodi, who was super excited to be back here. He loves coming back here, as you know, Austin DeLue's. Talking to Dre Fortune out of midfield before the game. He waved up to both of us, and I feel bad for that young man.
Yeah, I do too. Difficult situation, and I think ultimately not the right call, but that's the game.
Mensah, a little pressure on Pekka, who deals with it. Reminding all of the fans to follow North Carolina FC and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+. Home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN+ and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. DJ Taylor, he's got one helper. This one goes all the way across. I'm not sure if he meant to do that, but it finds Ward.
I can tell you he didn't.
All right.
It worked out.
Fortune back to Pekka, always available. Barry did well with not the best pass. Ben Spees now wearing number 17, giving 10 back to Nazbi Abadawi, who is out with a foot injury tonight.
That was a really good little ball from Stephen Miller to break that Birmingham Legion back line down. And a good late run from Ben Spees to get on the end of it, but the finish not there. Matt Van Oekel again, making himself big, keeping the score 1-0.
Lopez. 70th minute. Nice to see a little more of Spees centrally, where I think he prefers to play.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he enjoys that freedom of the 10 spot, you know, being able to work off of Robbie Christo and find those little pockets in and around the goal like he just did with that last chance.
So they moved Barry over to the left and then brought Miller over to the right when Manning went off. A lot of space for Ward on the left side. They'll give it back to Ben Spies. Won a national championship at 2 different universities. How many people can say that? I don't think too many.
No, definitely not many.
Sidu. Scott Mensah.
It's big time from Pekka there.
Huge. Great call, Austin. Pekka's been quality tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's not flashy. He's not, you know, he's not going to be the guy getting the goals, but plays like that, I think, are really, really big in making this team work.
With a lot of games to be played, it's worth mentioning that Graham Smith was really good against Tampa Bay, and he'll be back out there because you're going to need him. Alex Comcia is going to be back out there because you know Donovan and Brotherton are going to need a rest. Duvernay is going to be back out there because Ward's going to need a rest, and it's all about building depth, particularly in this kind of situation, right? As they move forward, here's Fortune, then we'll get Austin's commentary on having that depth in this kind of season.
Yeah, you're spot on. I mean, with a compressed season, I was speaking with John Bradford yesterday about that, and he's like, yeah, look, we've got, I think he said 8 games within the next month. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of rotation. They're going to need fresh legs, and like you said, Graham Smith played very, very well in that game against Tampa, and he's going to be itching to get back on the field, and they're going to need him for sure.
Corner kick for North Carolina FC. Punched away there. Van Oekel was in the middle of that. That Jasmine and Olive's corner kick deflected away by Van Oekel. No matter where the summer takes you, Continental Tire provides the confidence to get you there for any surface and every season. From passenger cars to light trucks, there's a Continental Tire that delivers superior performance. To find your ideal tire, visit ContinentalTire.com. Continental Tire, official sponsor of North Carolina FC. Throw in Birmingham Legion FC. They trail 1-0. They have been down a man for the majority of this game. First half red card for Bolu Akinyoti. And that, without question, changed the complexion of this game.
Yeah, I mean, there's, you know, especially in these conditions, and everybody's working their way back to full fitness. Going down a man is just really difficult to overcome.
Mensah. Second half sub brought to you by Aetna was Mensah. Mensah, can Fortune get a touch on it? He can. And here we go, North Carolina FC. They got numbers. Spies with Barry on the left, Christo on the right. Christo's going to take a touch. Christo is going to take a shot and deflected by Van Oekel. Corner kick, North Carolina FC.
Really great counter there from North Carolina FC. Dre Fortune initiates it, and Ben Spies slots Robbie Christo in here. Robbie takes a good first touch, and he just blasts this one right at Van Oekel. I'd like to see him kind of go to either side there, maybe keep it on the ground. But he opts for power, and Van Oekel's there to just push that one over the top.
So Ben Spies will handle this Jasmine and Olive's corner kick. Spies, left hand in the air, right foot delivered. Good ball, down. That was Brotherton. Climbed the ladder, heads it down. They'll say deflection, and it'll be another Jasmine and Olive's corner kick, I do believe. It'll come right back where that one was. Van Oekel not pleased with that decision, but I don't think there's anything that referee can do right now that'll make Birmingham Legion FC happy.
Absolutely not. I think it was the right call, though, to be fair. I think Stephen Miller got his head on it, but then a Birmingham player was able to deflect it away.
So I do stand corrected. Ben Spees will go to the other corner for a Jasmine and Olives corner kick. Minute 76 now. Ben Spees. We are anticipating an additional hydration break. We'll see if that happens. Little flick by Miller. And it went in far side. I think it was Sam Brotherton. And how about North Carolina FC 2-0?
I'm not sure what we're going to be some controversy here about offside. Referee going over to have a conversation, but yep, there it is.
There it is. Okay, so no. How about North Carolina FC? No, how about Sam Brotherton? Instead, it'll stay 1-0.
Good celebration, though. We'll see it again here. A really nice ball in from Ben Spees, and Stephen Miller gets just a little flick on it, and the big man, Sam Brotherton, the center back, was there to finish it off. I don't know. We didn't get a good angle on that, did we? Difficult to tell if it was the right call. Sam will be disappointed.
He scored some goals wearing this uniform, and now we'll have hydration break. And how about that? We had a hydration break right after the red card in the first half, and now we have a hydration break right after a goal is called back. Not quite as animated is North Carolina FC. Again, they're up 1-0 though.
Yeah, a little bit deflating. You feel like you've got that second goal and you've started to see the game out. To have it taken away will be disappointing for them, but hopefully they come right back out of this water break and put the pressure on again.
Let's take one more look and see where Brotherton releases.
Yeah, good ball in from Ben. Nice little flick from Steven.
Yeah, he's off.
Yeah, it's tight.
I think he's off because before the flick, it looked like his foot was behind. So then when that flick comes, it's on, right? And so I think I might be okay with it, Austin Deleuze.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you you're wrong, so. But then again, you're always right, aren't you?
Never. Never. It is good to be with you, though. I'm glad that you stepped up for this role, Austin Deleuze. I know that you put a lot of energy into it, and I know you're excited about it. You got some other things on your mind as well back at the home front, but thanks for bringing it.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's awesome. I'm really happy to have the opportunity just to stay involved with the club in some way. This is the perfect way to do that. I get to watch games with you in the best seats in the house.
Yeah, it's been fun. You see here an empty WakeMed soccer park, as we said earlier, missing the Oak City supporters and the Renegados and our great 12th man, Jared Campbell, and the entire gang. Hopefully we can get everybody back here at some point, right?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, first and foremost, the priority is keeping everybody safe and healthy and trying to turn this pandemic around, but obviously we want to see these stands filled, get that atmosphere back.
Donovan. So we've got another sub here presented by Aetna. Cervania will replace Bruno Lapa.
Yeah, and Cervania is a very good young player as well. Another 18-year-old, but super talented attacking midfielder. His older brother, Brandon Cervania, plays for FC Dallas, another Wake Forest alum. Go Deeks. But Jaden's on a academy contract. And obviously they have full confidence in him. They've put him on the field quite a bit through these first 3 games.
This is dangerous. Lopez drew the whistle. I'm surprised they decided to play so quick, but they did, and now the counter is on for Crystal. Crystal, can he get a touch to Miller? Crystal, Miller's on! Miller now has Barry on the other side. He'll get it over. Crystal still has Barry. Crystal finds him now, but too late. Just needed to touch it to him. Oh, my, and Barry still almost snuck it in.
That one was much, much closer than we might have thought. You think the counter was dead, but Robbie finds Haji Berry, and he just takes one little touch and gets a great shot off. And, yeah, that is not far off there. He's trying to pick out that far corner. Matt Van Oekel had no chance with that one.
What a drop from Miller. And Miller was fine with either Crystal or Barry getting to it. Crystal got to it first. There's Donovan. Mikey Lopez. Lopez, as you said, can play anywhere, and he's pushing forward here.
Yeah, Mikey's got an unbelievable work ethic. Just tireless. Covers so much ground. Heading into the last 10 minutes here, I know North Carolina FC would love to get another goal to close this one out. Birmingham's just hanging around, waiting for those counter opportunities, any mistakes that NCFC makes, looking to capitalize on.
Miller deflected. And it'll be a corner kick, North Carolina FC.
There's another look at Nazmi Al-Badawi enjoying the stands tonight. Well, probably not enjoying them, but.
Ben Spees, another good ball. There's Brotherton lurking again and cleared over. Taylor, good shield. About that time to start thinking about the Coastal Credit Union man of the match. Obviously the goal scorer, Dre Fortune, comes to mind. I will say I think both right back and left back for North Carolina FC were really good. This man was really good. Pekka. It's always Miller time. It's going to be tough to pick.
It is, yeah. Some really good performances tonight all over the field.
Spees. Fortune cleans it up.
You can see Birmingham looks like they've run out of gas a little bit here, right? A lot of hard work for much of this game down a man.
Back to Tambakis. Speaking of hard work, don't forget about the Baker Roofing hardest working player. North Carolina Football Club and Baker Roofing are proud to continue the Baker Roofing Always Good Work fan vote contest. Following each home match, visit our Twitter and Facebook pages to cast your vote for the hardest working player of the game. Baker Roofing has been bringing good work to the Triangle and beyond for more than 100 years. Baker Roofing, always doing good work. DJ Taylor on the ball. Spees. And Taylor will run it down.
It's a little Tar Heel battle right there. Mikey Lopez and Ben Spees.
Brotherton. Miller still out there working hard.
Yeah, Steve's always been one of the fittest guys on the team.
I'm a little surprised Dave Sarakin hasn't gone to his bench just based on the gap between players short of the Ben Spees move, right?
Yeah, it is a little bit surprising, I think, especially given you've got those few extra subs to use, but maybe he just wants to make sure this result goes the way he wants it to in such a big game. You know, we've talked about what this game means within the group, closing that gap between Birmingham and everyone else.
Austin DeLuz, remind us the great assistant coaches under Dave Sarakin.
Yeah, they've done a great job. John Bradford, obviously, is a assistant coach, academy director. And the guy they've added this year that's brought a lot of value to the team as well, Mike McGinty, who's come in from St. Louis University. And obviously we've got Nick Platter, goalkeeper coach, who's been around for quite a while and does so much more beyond coaching the goalkeepers. But yeah, awesome coaching staff.
Yellow card going to Robbie Cristo, I guess for dissent, you think, or delay of game?
That sounds about right.
Eli Cronali served a lot of good balls for Sasho Soroski and the Maryland Terrapins.
NCFC yellow card in the 87th minute of play.
We've got a whistle here. With a player down, you think about Baker Roofing, hard-working folks. Nobody works harder than our incredible crew, led by Kyle Lang, Joe Ferrara, Taylor Hoggard, Colin Thrash, Ian Lang, Brian Ware, Curtis Adams, Cam Newworth, Noah Seidenberg, and Tim Arms, making everything look good. That's a great crew right there, Austin DeLuz.
Big-time squad.
And our man of the match, presented by Coastal Federal Credit Union. I like this. When a right back gets recognition for his work, he put it on a dime for Dre Fortune. His buddy and Dre Fortune delivered. DJ Taylor, he's got some swagger, and he is our Coastal Credit Union man of the match. And here's our Coastal Credit Union save of the game, and guess who's involved in it? DJ Taylor getting back there to help out Alex Tambakis.
Yeah, we get a look here again at his assist to Dre. Like I said, picking him out at the top of the box, putting it on a platter. And that's a well-deserved man of the match award. I think he's been very good up and down the right side, especially in the attacking areas.
Well, yeah, if you have to pick out two plays, you just pick out those two. It's hard not to go to DJ Taylor, because if he doesn't hustle back there, they're in trouble. His right was on. He had spun Donovan into the ground.
Yeah, it was a good recovery. Like I said, Alex did a good job of being ready to come off of his line, but DJ was there, made a big, big recovery run. Cronali's going to have to step off the field after that injury break. And now here we see Stephen Miller's going to get his break. Graham Smith is going to come on, look to button things up here.
And put the captain's armband on Ben Spees.
NCFC
See how they move things around. Stephen Miller taking his time.
Coming in for Miller, number 16.
Yeah, it looks like Ben Spees is going to slide out to that right midfield spot that Stephen Miller was just in, and Graham Smith is going to slide into the middle next to Pekka, just like I said, to button things up and try to see this result out.
Excellent breakdown, Austin. As we wait, we'll tell you that even at home, injuries can happen. The physical therapists at Select Physical Therapy are here for you. You don't need a referral to begin care with us in center or via the telephone. The NCFC trusts Select Physical Therapy, so you should go to selectphysicaltherapy.com to schedule an appointment today as that one rolls out of bounds. Some of these players might need a little PT after this one, right? It's hot out there.
It is, yeah, I'm sure, especially Birmingham. Having to cover all that ground down a man. Get a look here at the foul. Pekka again in there breaking things up. Arm around the shoulder brought him down.
Mensa. Christo over to Spees. Spees. Ben Spees down near the corner flag.
Attention at the stadium, the fourth official has indicated a minimum of 5 minutes of additional time.
That's great work from Ben Spees right there. Keeping possession of the ball, taking some time off of the clock, and winning a set piece. Nice job. That's veteran stuff from Ben Spees.
So with that, another opportunity for an Alpaca free kick. So Spees and Fortune perhaps thinking about trying to wind down these final minutes. Daniele Proke, former Duke star, might get a run here. Ooh, and that's straight Fortune. He may get a card there. Well, they gave it to DJ Taylor. I'm not sure. I think they got the wrong guy there.
Yeah, they did. And
so now they'll find Dre Fortune. They will find the right guy. I thought that was a yellow, and nice communication there between the referee and the assistant referee, right?
DJ Taylor.
Yeah, they got that one right. Still not going to make up for the one in the first half, I don't think, in the minds of the Birmingham players, but good to see them sort that one out.
Mensa, step over. Oh my, it's in, back. And there's DJ Taylor. That goes off the referee, and the referee then will whistle it back to North Carolina FC. He has not made any friends with the visitors from Birmingham.
Nope. He has not. Got to be careful here, right? Don't want to get any fines coming in from USL. I left those behind when I retired.
The referee giving a little room here. Now DJ Taylor's going to come back as well. Taylor will ping it long. What a great ball from Taylor.
I was just going to say, that's a fantastic ball. When you're on, right?
Yeah, that was brilliant. Add that one to DJ Taylor's finest. Good performance. It's back to Taylor. Taylor over to Christo. Christo is in the 18. Now he'll check it back. Christo is going to go to the corner, try to kill this one. He's knocked to the ground, and he'll get the whistle as Lopez clips him.
Yeah, good stuff there from Robbie. It looked like he was going to have a goal there. He was making a hard run, but decided to take it to the corner. Again, just trying to kill this game off.
So Dre Fortune's got that yellow card, so he's going to come off. Daniele Proke, the Italian, he's a talented young man. He's got a blog going, he can write, he's got a podcast, and he's a pretty good soccer player.
Yeah, he's a great kid. He's not going to get much time here tonight, but you are going to see more of him as the season progresses because he's really, really talented. He's got a little bit of something that maybe North Carolina FC hasn't had. You know, just the craftiness in and around the box, just a different look. And yeah, a well-rounded young man, fantastic writer.
Big time. I enjoy talking to him about what he's writing. Good turn by Christo. Christo showing some footwork. The giant getting it done, and he's going the distance here.
Yeah, his tank's probably just about empty, but he has put the work in.
This is dangerous. And they slip. It's only 1-0, Austin.
It is, yeah, and we saw what happened at the end of the game in the playoffs last year. You know, you never know what can happen.
And there is the whistle. How about North Carolina FC, a 1-0 win over Birmingham Legion FC. Quick thought, Austin Deleuze.
Yeah, a good result for North Carolina FC. I think they'll be very happy with those 3 points, chasing Birmingham at the top of the table, and I think Birmingham's going to feel really hard done by with that red card. But a good result, like we said, it turned into a must-win game when that red card happened, and North Carolina FC got the job done.
Win for Dave Sarakin. Want to thank our crew one more time. Kyle Lang, Joe Ferrara, Taylor Hogger, Colin Thrash, Ian Lang, Brian Ware, Curtis Adams, Cam Newworth, Noah Seidenberg, Tim Arms. Also want to thank Jorge Acuna, the VP of Broadcasting, my broadcast partner, the legend that is Austin Deleuze. I'm Dean Linke. Great to be back with each and every one of you, asking all of you to be safe. And how about North Carolina FC, a 1-0 winner over Birmingham Legion FC.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
We see you, doing your part by looking out for all of us. And though you may have lost sight of your own well-being, Aetna never did. By setting up virtual monitoring for chronic patients, 24-hour telemedicine visits, and mental health resources for everyone, we're always here to help you focus on your health. Because it's always time for care.
Select Physical Therapy is focused on patient safety now more than ever before. Select's centers remain open and offer a safe environment for you to receive physical therapy services. You don't need a doctor's referral to begin care and start feeling better today. Select Physical Therapy also offers telerehab, so you can easily connect with a licensed therapist through web-based technology that is HIPAA compliant, right from the comfort of your home. Visit selectphysicaltherapy.com to schedule an appointment. Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy.
Baker Roofing was founded in 1950, and for over 100 years, our guiding principle has been always good work. Through the years, we've honed the craftsmanship and artistry it takes to create a roof that looks great and stands the test of time. Our crews bring decades of experience to each project, and we draw on that experience to ensure our work meets or exceeds expectations. At Baker Roofing, we will always do good work.
At Coastal, we believe it shouldn't take a lot of money to save a lot of money. Many banks require minimum deposits for certificates that are quite an investment. But with Coastal, you only need $250 to start saving. Plus, you get rates that are seriously competitive. Find out how a certificate from Coastal can help you save more for less money.
There's a special place just for kids, where inpatient, outpatient, and children's emergency care comes from people who love what they do, almost as much as who they do it for. WakeMed Children's. Your kids, your choice.